The Obama administration yesterday launched a $75 billion foreclosure relief plan. It's intended to help 9 million struggling homeowners. Here to help us break down who qualifies is Early Show financial contributor Ray Martin. Good morning,
Maggie.
Ray.
Good morning, Maggie.
We have our fancy Ray's big board because we're going to break it down very simply. But first, in a nutshell, Ray, tell me, what does this plan offer?
Okay, this is called the Making Home Affordable Plan. There are three components. There's a home affordability refinance option that helps people whose mortgage balance equals about what their value of their home is. Now they can refinance to a lower current rate. There's a mortgage modification program here for people whose mortgage payment exceeds and is not affordable to them, exceeds 31% of their gross income. They can get a restructured mortgage at an artificially low rate that's really a bailed out mortgage. And then finally, there's a massive amount of funds dedicated to the mortgage market that should bring mortgage rates down for everybody.
Okay, if you are thinking about refinancing your home, watch this screen and see if this sounds like you. Who qualifies for refinancing?
Okay, for the home affordability refinance option, this is for folks whose, if their mortgage balance is about 105% of their value or less, they could still refinance their mortgage here. They must have income. They have to be able to afford their mortgage.
It has to be the house they live in.
It has to be their primary residence here. And their mortgage has to be, this is really important, it must be owned or guaranteed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac for them to get, and they can just refinance to current rates, and they have to pay closing costs here.
Okay, must have income.
Correct. Okay.
LTV can't exceed 105%.
That's the loan-to-value ratio. Your mortgage can't exceed 105% of the balance. And you have to be current on your payments. You can't have missed payments. You have to have income to be able to afford a payment. But this will let these folks whose loan-to-value right now is about equal to their home or 105% to refinance now to current low rates. You got a 7% mortgage, you can get down to 5.25%. You'll pay closing costs to do that, but that won't be an obstacle. And your mortgage has to be with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
Okay, great. Now let's talk about who qualifies for a modified loan.
Okay, this is the Home Affordability Modification Program. The number one thing is this is for folks whose current housing payment, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance exceeds 31% of their gross income here, okay?
Okay, wait, say that again?
Their housing payment, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance exceeds 31% of their monthly gross income. Okay, that means your payment's just unaffordable. It's 50% of your gross income. This is modification
happened
for
to
you.
so many people.
And what happens here is, because you lost some income or whatever, you have to have a job, you have to have income, your mortgage gets restructured down to 2%. Some of your principal may be stretched out to 40 years or even written off. You could save thousands of dollars here a month, and you pay no closing costs here.
Okay, if you think you may qualify, what should your first step be?
Well, first, you can visit the financialstability.gov to learn more about it. Call your lender, though, and say, are you participating? Most major lenders do. Ask them if you qualify for refinance or modification. They'll walk you through it. If you want to find out if your mortgage is held by Fannie or Freddie, call Fannie or Freddie, 1-800-FANNIE or 1-800-FREDDIE.